Yes, hello. I'm Dan Sherman. I want to talk about the encore class I'll be doing, The Joy and Beauty of Mathematics. No kidding. I want to teach this class in part to emphasize the idea that math can be fun. For a lot of us, it was fairly unpleasant. But what we're going to be doing is talking just about some fundamental concepts of math, just some of the really important ideas that take you a very, very long way through math. They're very beautiful, they're very interesting, they're very easy to understand. Right up front, I want to say you don't have to be a mathematician to take this class to enjoy it. You don't really have to have a lot of math beyond high school algebra. A little college calculus would be nice, but not essential. We're going to cover a lot of things here. And the way we're going to talk about math is really, I think, the best way to think about it is understanding math by solving problems, puzzles. That's how the great mathematicians developed some of the greatest ideas. We're going to talk about some individuals. I think you've heard of some of them. Isaac Newton, Morton Gardner, who wrote a lot about math, and Johnny Carson. We're going to see him some videos solving math problems. And what I really want you to do at the end of this course, what I'm trying to do is encourage the curiosity that you'll want to learn more about math. There's a lot of good resources out there. One of the things we're going to talk about is so-called God's equation up here, developed by a fellow named Leonard Euler, one of the great mathematicians. Gives us 5 great numbers. Richard Feynman called it the most remarkable formula in math. We're going to learn about each one of these, and we'll talk about why this formula actually matters. We'll talk about Fibonacci numbers. You may have heard of them. Originally, a mathematician, 13th century, came up with an idea looking at the population of rabbits. You look at this set of numbers, you divide one by the other before it, you come up with this number. It's called the golden ratio, the golden mean. It shows up in nature, and nature, things that are beautiful often have a ratio built in that looks like this, and even nature uses the pattern, and we'll talk about why. Some of the topics we'll talk about, again, we'll get that number E, named after Mr. Euler. Very important number, will help you understand how COVID spreads. We're going to talk about how surprising coincidence is. Should we be surprised that 2 things happen? And we'll get some help from Johnny Carson here. We're going to talk about prime numbers. Where are they? One of the most important problems in mathematics. Talk a little bit about calculus. What is it? Is it that hard? It isn't, but why is it important? And we're going to talk about let's make a deal. Should you choose door number 1, 2, or 3? Talk about John Conway's Game of Life. And we'll talk about card shuffling. Card shuffling is one of my favorite mathematicians. We have some videos. We'll learn about card shuffling from Percy Diaconis. As we go through the class, I'm going to suggest some books if you want to brush up on your math. Right now, I'd recommend you get the book Magic of Math. So with that in mind, I want to take you to the so-called Monty Hall problem. We'll talk about that. Should you switch doors when the host tells you where the prize is not? Let's make a deal. And the deal is that we'll meet in April. I hope to see you there. Thank you very much.